This is the Roulette Master, and I just received an email from one of my subscribers, Peter. He said that he's playing a roulette system that he developed that will change your life and make you start winning consistently at the casino. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see what he has. He says this is the exact opposite of everything else you've seen on this channel. So let's go ahead and give it a try. I can't wait to see how it does. So we're going to start off actually higher than a lot of the systems, and the bets aren't going to stay here, but this is what you need to know to start out. We're going to start with $50 on the last two 12, or we take out the 12 that hit last, and that's the 28 black. So that'd be first and second. We'd start with 50 each. And let's spin, and I'll show you what we do with losses versus wins, and that's a 22 black. So we started out by winning $50. You can see we're up 50, and now we're going to leave out the second 12 that just hit. But this progression is very different than anything you've seen before, and I'll show you here once we get a few losses. Okay, so we have a loss. And instead of increasing the bets after losses, we're going to actually decrease the bets. So now we're going to go from $50 to $45. And we're going to leave out the second 12 that just hit. Okay, now we have 45 on each, and we're spinning. Here we go. That's a 26 black. Okay, so now we're going to go back up to the $50 that we were just at. We're going to leave out the third 12. Okay, now we have a $100 total bet. You can see currently we're -5, but that'll change if we get a win here. And that's a 24 black. That is a win. So we're going to stay at $50 until we lose, and we're going to leave out the second 12 now because it just hit. Let's switch those back to $50 chips for now, and here we go. $100 total bet, and spin. That's 15 black. Okay, that's a loss. So we will go back to 45 again. And we'll leave out the second 12 that just hit. And spin, and we'll be at $90 total bet now. Okay, that's a 14 red. Okay, that is a loss, so we will go to $40 now. We're actually decreasing the bets when we lose. So here we go. Now we're at $40 on first and third. Let's see what we get here. And that's a 32 red. Okay, that's a win. So now we're going to go back up to $45. We're actually going in reverse. We're going to be on first and second 12 now for 45. Okay, now we have a $90 total bet. Currently, it shows we're down, but he says that will change once you get some wins once you get back to 50. So there's a win at 45. Let's leave out the second. We'll be back at 50 on first and third. $100 total bet now. Just where we started, back at 50 each. And that's a 5 red. And he said this system is also amazing for areas where you have to bet a lot for table minimums as well. So let's go ahead and let's go back to our $50 chips since we worked our way back up, and we'll be on second and third for 50. And let's spin. Okay, that's an 18 red. Okay, that's a win. So we'll leave out second 12 now. That just hit. We're back up $40. Here we go. And this is one of those systems he says that once you get up a lot, you want to cash out. Although we'll be probably playing longer today just because I've been doing that with all the systems because I want to show you guys how they cycle and know what to expect when you go to the casino. So we're up $90 now, and we'll be on first and second. We'll leave out the third 12 that just hit. Here we go. And that's a 23 red. That's a win. So now we'll leave out the second 12. See, now we're already up $140. So you could cash out right now if you wanted to, and never hurts to leave with money that you didn't have before. And there's 11 black. There's another win. So now we'll leave out first 12. You can see we're already up 190 now. And he says this is different than, basically the opposite of almost every system we have, which he's probably right. And okay, there's a loss. So we'll go from 50 to 45 now, and we'll leave out the first. Let me switch those back to $5 units. All right, now we have second and third covered with 45 each, $90 total bet. And that's a 25 red. Okay, now we go back to 50 again. Let's switch to $50 chips again, and we'll leave out the third 12 that just hit. We're up 135, and this will definitely cycle. And he says when it cycles up, you cash out. That's a 29 black, and that's a loss. So we'll be going back to 45 again. We'll leave out the third, but the bets go down when you lose instead of up. And we're at $90 total now. All right, that's a 7 red. We got the win, so now we go back to 50. We'll leave out the first 12 that just hit. You can see the amount that you're making is cycling. Let's see if we can get a win on second and third. And he says when you get a big streak of wins, that's when you cash out. So you can see we just went back up to 130. He said eventually, if you play this, you'll get like 7 or 8 wins in a row and you'll be all set. And then you just cash out. We're going to leave out the third 12 that just hit. We're back at 50 each. And he said he used his $2,000 bankroll with this, but let's see how this goes and what's the most we get down after a long session. I can't wait to continue this. This is pretty exciting. We're still at 50 each, and we're up 180. Here we go. I think you could probably play with less than that, but let's see how this session goes. There's a loss there, though, and now we're going to go back to 45, and we're going to leave out the first. And when we get a long streak of losses, it'll work its way, lower and lower, actually. And there's a 21 red. The good thing is, though, and we're going to go back to 50 now after that win. The good thing is, though, when you have 2 of the 3 12s covered, you're going to actually you're going to have more wins than losses in the long run. So it should work its way back to 50 with patience. So now we need to leave out the last one that hit. Now we'll be on third and first for 50. And let's spin. That's a 14 red. That's another loss. So now you'll get to see, you can see on that last one, it was at 50. We'll go back to 45 now. We'll leave out the second. Whatever hit last. And okay, now we're at $90 total bet, 45 on each. And that's a 10 black. That's a win, so we go back to 50. And like I said, and now we'll be on second and third. We'll leave out the first that just hit. You can see we cycled down, but like Peter says, he says that eventually you're going to go on a run, and it's going to really pay off. And there's a nice win. So now we'll be on first and second. We're back up 120. Here we go. Okay, that's a 7 red. It's another win. We'll leave out the first one now. Now we're back up to 170. See how this is cycling? And if we get a bunch of wins in a row here, that's going to really go up. Let's see if we can do that. But that's a loss. I think that's 11 black. Okay, so now we go back to 45 again. So you'll see it cycling. And we'll leave out the first. But like I said, in the long run, you will win more with 2 of the 3 12s because you have more of the numbers on your side. And that is a 34 red. So now we'll go back to 50 again. And we'll be on first and second. And with every loss, you go down $5 on each. And now we're on first and second for the original bet, $100, 50 on each, and that's an 8 black. Okay, so we got a win. We're back up 165. We'll leave out the first. Now we'll be on second and third for 50 each. Here we go. That's a 28 black. That's a win. So now we'll leave out the third 12. We're up 215, so it's cycling up right now. That's important to keep track of, and you can leave anytime you want with money you didn't have before, and that's awesome. So there's another win, and this is what Peter was talking about. When you get on a run, see, we're up 265 now, and when you get on a run, you just take the money and go. But like I told you guys before, I'm going to be playing longer so that you guys see a larger sample size of what good can come and what bad can come from every system. We're up 315 now, so this is working really well. And he did say this would change our lives, so let's see how that goes. Hopefully it does. And that's a 1 red. That's another win. We're up 365 now. Obviously, it'd be a good time to cash out if you're at the casino. We're on second and third now for 50 each. Here we go. And that's a 35 black. That's a win. Now we're at 415. We'll leave out the third that just hit. Have 50 on each. Okay, that's a 21 red. That's another win. Man, doing great now. We're at 465. First and third will be the bets now after that second 12 hit. Here we go. That's an 8 black. That's a win. We are up 515. So maybe it will change our lives, Peter. This is working great so far. And we're on second and third. We're going to leave the first out. And that's a 31 black. That is a win. We're up 565, and we'll leave out the third now and spin. But we're going to keep playing until we have a really rough patch as well so that you guys can see how to deal with that. And there's a loss, so we'll go to 45 now. We'll leave out the third that just hit. And here we go, $90 total bet. And I think that's another loss there. Yep. Okay, so we will go to 40 now. And we'll be on first and second. But like I said before, even if you get in a rough patch like what's starting right now, if you work your way all the way back up, which should happen in the long run because you have 2 of the 3 12s, everything should be okay. So we'll go from 40 back to 45 now. We'll leave out the second that just hit. And spend $90 total. And that's a 6 black. That's a win. So now we're back up to 50s again. We'll switch to $50 chips. We'll go second and third. And we're at 460. Let's spin on second and third. All right. That's a 00. That's not good. So we'll just keep the bets the same, except we will decrease by 5. So what I mean by that is if you hit a 0, just keep betting on the same thing as you were before. So now we'll be on 45. We will decrease by 5, though, with any loss. So let's do that. Ooh, that's another loss. Okay, so we'll go to 40 now. And we'll leave out the first that just hit. Okay, let's spin at 40. Going down 5 with every loss. And again, I wanted to see some adversity with this system. So let's see what happens. And there's a win at 40. So now we'll go to 45. We'll leave out the second that just hit. And spin. Here we go. Then we'll check our balance. That's 11 black. That's a win. We're back up to 50. And like I said, with patience, it should come back when you have that many more numbers covered. And now we'll be on second and third. We're leaving out the first. We cycled back a little bit, but let's see if we can get some wins now. And that's at 13 black. I think that's a win. It is. So now we'll leave the second 12 that just hit out. We're back up 405. Let's see if we can go on another nice run here. Okay, that's a 7 red. That's a win. So now we'll leave out the first 12 that just hit. We're at 455, and let's spin. Here we go. That's a 24 black. It's a nice win. Now we'll leave out the second 12 that just hit. We're at 505 again, and let's spin. $100 total bet, $50 on each. That's a 12 red. And we won there, so now we'll leave out the first. And we're up 555. Let's go ahead and spin. And that's a 28 black. That's a win. So now we'll leave out the third 12. We are currently up 605. All right. So maybe Peter's right about changing our lives with this. Let's keep playing though. Let's play some more and see how this goes. There's another win, and we'll leave out the first now. We're up 655. He said he's been winning nonstop with this, and sure looks good so far. That's a 10 black. That's a loss though, so we'll go to 45. We'll leave out the first that just hit. Now we'll have 45 on each and spin. Second and third are covered now, and 45 on each. That's another loss there though, I think. But I want you guys to see some adversity with every system, so let's we're going back to 40 now, and we'll be on second and third. First will be we'll leave out what hit last. Here we go. That's a win. And now we'll go back up to 45. We'll leave out the one that just hit. We'll be on first and third for 45. Let's spin. If we get a win here, it'll get us back to 50. That's a 4 black. And we did get the win. Let's switch back to $50 chips. We'll leave out the first 12. And we're up 550. And like I said, I think this would be great for people that have really high minimums at their casino, because you're actually starting high and working lower. And let's see here. But you would have to be careful with that if you got too low, right? And let's see. So on that last one, we lost. You can see we bet 100, lost 100, we lost 50 each, so we're going to 45. And we'll be leaving out the first. And let's spin at 90, $45 on each. That's a 22 black. That's a win, so we'll be back to 50 again. We'll leave out the second that just hit, the second 12. We're up 495, but you can see it's still cycling a little bit as you get wins and losses. And here we go. That's a 26 black. That's a win, so now we'll leave out the third, and we're currently up 545, and we're spinning with 50 each again. So we're actually going down on losses instead of up, and that's another win. So we'll leave out the second now, and we're up 595, betting on first and third. Here we go. That's a 32 red. That is a win. So now we'll leave out the third that just hit, and we're up 645. This is working really well so far. We'll see how it continues to go here. And that's a 33 black. That is a loss. So we will go back to 45. We'll leave out the third. Okay, now we have a $90 total bet. All right, 45 each. And that's a 23 red. That's a win, so we'll go back up to 50. And we'll leave out the second. And we're spinning on first and third for 50 each again. And we got the 9 red there. That's great. Okay, so we're up 640. We'll leave out the first. And spin. Here we go. I think that's a win on 35 black. Fantastic. Now we'll leave the third out that just hit, and we're up 690. And here we go, betting on first and second for 50 each. $100 total. Ooh, that's a zero. Double zero, that is. So we'll leave the where we place the bets the same. However, we'll go to 45. We'll drop $5 just like we do with every loss with this system. And here we go. Let's see what we get. I think we got the win there, so we'll go back to 50. And let's change back to $50 chips. We'll leave out the third that just hit. We're up 635, and let's spin on first and third. 50 each, 100 total. There's a 5 red. That's a win. So now we'll leave out the first, and man, this is doing really well. We're up 685. Betting on second and third for 50 each. That's a win there. And like Peter said, all you have to do is wait for a big run. We're up 735 now. And then cash out after a big run. Don't cash out when you're struggling. So remember that because it definitely cycles. And that's an 18 red. That's a win. Now we'll leave out the second. We're up 785. Fantastic. And we haven't needed the $2,000 bankroll yet. You could probably use less than that, but that's what he recommends just in case. But there's a loss. And now we're going to leave out the second that just hit, and we'll go to 45. And we'll spin with 45 each on first and third. And I think we lost again there. So let's see if it challenges us here. And we're going to go from 45 to 40. And we'll leave out second. First and third for 40 each. There we go. And that's a 34 red. So now we'll go back to 45. And we'll leave out the third that just hit. You can see we cycled back to 635. Let's go ahead and spin. That's an 18 red. I think that's a win. So we're back to $50 chips again. We'll leave out the first and third. Up 680. Let's see if we can go on another run. So we have first and third covered here for 50 each. And I think we got that one. So that's a good win. We're up 730, and we'll leave out the third now. Here we go. Let's spin. That's a 35 black, and that is a loss. So we will go back to 45. We'll leave out the third. And we have a $90 bet, 45 each. That is a 34 red. So that's another loss, and we'll go to 40 now. That's okay. I kind of wanted to test this so you guys can see what happens if you do have a bunch of losses in a row. Now we're at 40 each. And that's a 14 red. Now we'll go back to 45, and we'll be on first and third. $90 total bet and spin. And we got that one. So I think we're back to $50 chips again. Fantastic. And now we'll be on first and second. We'll leave out the third that just hit. $100 total bet, 50 each. And that's a 21 red. I think that's a win. It is. We're up 675. First and third. We'll leave out second. Here we go. And we lost that one, so we'll be going back to 45. We'll see if it tests us again here, and we'll have 45 on first and third. $90 total bet, 45 each. First and third, 12 covered. And we lost again. So maybe it will test us here. Let's see how this goes, and we'll be at 40 each now. $80 total, and we're working our way down. Again, the bets get smaller when you lose, and that's a 36 red. That's a win, so we'll go to 45 now. Back up. And here we go. Okay, we'll leave the third 12 empty and 45 on first and second. We got it, so we're back to $50 chips again. Fantastic. And then we'll check our balance here. We are we dropped back to 570 with those losses, so it cycles back and forth. And let's go ahead and spin with 50 on each on second and third. And I think we lost again, so we're finally getting some adversity with this, and we're going to be 45 each on second and third. I want you guys to see, though, that's why I'm playing longer. I want you guys to see what happens if you have a lot of losses with any system. I want you to be prepared when you go to the casino, and there's another loss. So it's going to test us, it looks like, and now we're going to go to 40 each, and we'll be on second and third. Let's go ahead and spin. And this definitely is going to cycle the profit. And I think that's another loss. Okay, so this is what I wanted you guys to see. What would happen with this if you got really bad numbers. So let's go to 35 now. I think that's where we're at. Let's double check. You can see it cycled us back. Yeah, we're at 35 now on second and third. Okay, we got the win there, so we'll go back to 40. And we'll be on first and second for 40. Leave out the third that just hit. Here we go. And we got that one. Okay, so now we'll go to 45 and leave out the first. Eventually, you will get more wins than losses when you have 2 of 3 12s covered. It's just math, but in short sessions, you could definitely lose. So keep that in mind. We won at 45, so we're already back to $50 chips now. We'll leave out the third that just hit. We'll bet on first and second. Ooh, there's a loss though. So let's go back to 45, and we'll leave out the third that just hit. Now we'll have a 90 total bet. Then we'll check our balance after this one. And I think we got a win there. We're back to $50 chips. And you'll see that I'm sure we have cycled downward in the, yeah, we're only up 365 now, but that's still good. And I believe we're at $50 chips again. We'll be on first and third. But Peter says that when you go on runs and you win 6 or 7 in a row, it makes up for any of those downshifts in profit. And you can see we won right there. So now we'll be on first and second for 50 each. And then he said you want to cash out after you have one of those long runs. And there's a 0. And one thing I'll tell you, we're not going to do it now, but if you ever get a 0 and you're up a lot, it's never a bad idea just to say, you know what, it's time to go. Because sometimes bad things can start with a 0. We'll see if that happens today. We're going to go to 45 now, and we'll still be on first and second. But almost every time when you lose your bankroll, it has something to do with the 0 involved. So if you're up a lot, sometimes if you see a 0, just cash out and say, you know what, I think I'm going to take a break. And that's not a bad idea. But we got a win there at 45. We're going to go to 50 again. We'll be on second and third. Let's spin. Let's see if we can go on another nice run before we cash out. And I think that's another loss, though. So you're finally seeing some adversity with this. And we're going to be 45 on second and third. And we'll leave out the first that just hit. And we need to get some wins in a row when we get back up to 50. That's a 5 red. And we might not get back up there right away. So we're going to be at 40 now on second and third. So that's what I wanted you guys to see is, you know, with every system, if you play long enough, you'll see some adversity. Let's see how it deals with it. And that's a 15 black. Okay, that's at 40, so we'll go to 45. Here we go. First and third are covered at 45. And I think we got the win there, so we're back up to $50 chips. Okay, and we'll be on first and second. Let's see if we can get some wins in a row here. And again, that Peter says you need wins in a row at 50 before you cash out. So there's a 10 black. So we won that. We'll be on second and third now. You can see our profit levels have dropped. We're still over $300 profit, which you can't sneeze at. And let's see if we can go on a nice run before we finish and cash out. 00 though, man. We've been getting a lot of zeros recently, and let's go ahead and go back to 45. We'll still be on second and third. Okay, let's spin. There we go. All right, we got the win there, so we'll go back to $50 chips. Okay, now we'll be on first and second for 50. Here we go. Let's see if we can get some wins in a row. Okay, we got one there. That's good. Now we'll leave out the first. All right. Now we're on second and third. We're up 300 right now. We got the win there. Okay. So we're looking for that streak of wins that Peter talked about before we cash out. Now we're 50 each on first and third. And we got that one. Okay, so I think we have 3 wins in a row. That's good. So we're starting to climb back up there. And we'll be on first and second now. Let's see how many wins we can get in a row. I think that's another win. I think that's 4 wins in a row. So we might be getting to the point we're at 450 where it's smart to cash out. And let's spin again on first and third. We left the second out that just hit. That is a 4 black. All right, so we're up 500 now. We'll be on second and third for 50, and maybe we'll just ride it till it bucks us, right? And let's see what happens. That's another win. So we're finally seeing that streak that Peter was talking about. You can see we've already jumped up to 550 profit. So here we go. That's a 27 red. I think that is a loss. So it finally bucked us, but now we're going to go to 45. And 45 each on first and second. Let's see what we get here. Okay, we got that one. So we're back to $50 chips. That's good. And we'll be on second and third. We're up $4.95. And let's spin. Definitely cycles, though. Definitely pay attention to that. And, you know, exit after a long streak of wins. And we're doing pretty well right now. It wouldn't be a bad time to exit. And we're up 545. We will leave out the third 12 that just hit. That's a 4 black. That's a win. We'll leave out the first now. All right, we're on second and third. We're up 595. Here we go. I think we lost that one though, so we'll be going back to 45. And we'll leave out the first. Okay, $90 total bet, 45 each. Here we go. 36 red, I think that's a win. It is. So we're back to $50 chips, and we'll be on first and second. Leave out the third that just hit. Here we go. Ooh, 00. Man. Okay, so we'll go to 45, and we'll still be on first and second. Hopefully we don't get the dreaded back-to-back 00s. You never want those. And here we go. Okay, we got the win there, so we're back to $50 chips. And hope you guys are liking that I'm playing longer sessions so that you can see, good spins and bad spins, what happens when things are good, what happens when things are bad. I think that should help you decide if it's something that you wanted to play in the casino. But look at this, 0, and then a 00, and then a 0. Now we're back to 45, and this is going to eat into our profit if we get a bunch of zeros. So it's probably we probably should cash out here pretty soon if we start getting bad numbers here. and just be smart about it. So we're at 45. We got the win there though, so we're back to $50 chips. Let's see if we can get a couple more wins before we exit here, and we'll leave out the third 12 that just hit. And we got the win there. Let's see if we can get a few wins in a row here. We'll be on second and third now. We're up 480, but multiple times we've been up over $600. So we should have cashed out when we were there, but I wanted to play longer so that you guys can see the good and the bad with every system. And we'll be betting on first and second now. We're up 530, and we'll leave out the third 12 that just hit. And there's another loss. So let's go ahead and go to 45. We'll leave out that one. Okay, now we'll have 45 each on first and second. And here we go. There's a win, so we'll go back to $50 chips. And we'll be on second and third. We're up 475, and let's spin. Here we go. Ooh, that's a 7 red. That's not good, so we'll go back to 45. We'll be on second and third for 45. Here we go. Okay, that's another loss. So we'll have to go to 40 now. And this is why you want to cash out when you're way ahead. Don't keep playing, but I'm doing it for you guys so you can see what happens when bad things happen. You need to know both. And here we go. There's a win there, though, at 33. So now we'll have $45 on first and second. And let's spin. See if we can get back to $50 chips. And we did. Now we'll ride it till she bucks us this time, then we'll cash out. So let's put $50 on first and third. We'll leave out the second that just hit, and we'll keep going until we have a loss, and then let's cash out. So there's a win. Okay, so we'll be on second and third now for 50. We'll just keep going until we have a loss, and then we will exit. There's a 3 red. And there's a loss. So that did cut into our profits. That knocked us back down to 320, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and conclude. I think you guys saw a good representation of good and bad spins, how it cycles. We went back and forth between $300 and $700 profit, and you just want to exit when you're up the 700. And I would have, but like I said, I've been playing longer for you guys. I want to show you the good and the bad with each system. But Peter says this one will change your life. He said that he plays it. He plays with a $2,000 bankroll, and he's patient enough until he gets on a win streak, and then he exits. And that's the way to do it. And let me know how you guys do with this when you test it on your simulator before you go to the casino or the app on your phone, whatever you test on, and let me know your results. That would be fantastic. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. But don't do it for me. Do it for yourselves. You're going to love this channel. The people that are on it are fantastic. And man, just really smart people. They can learn a lot from you as well. And I know you can learn from them. There's just a lot of really smart people on this channel. I feel so lucky to have such a great community. And so please subscribe, but do it for yourself. I think you will love it. And this is the Roulette Master. And have a great day, everybody.